How's it going, everybody? My name's Dave Whipple and you're watching Whip's Cheap Guitars. This is a Peavey Bandit. I've had 5 Peavey Bandits in my life, at least. I've had the teal version, I've had the silver stripe, I've had the red stripe. Almost any day of the week you can order one of these from Guitar Center or find one on Craigslist for like $100, the cost of a good pedal. Now, it's a decent amp, don't get me wrong. You grab one, you plug it into it, you can get a good sound out of it, you can play any kind of music you want with it. It's got a decent reverb, it's got okay distortion, but it's got one key feature that really makes it my favorite cheap amplifier. There's a secret to this amplifier that I've never heard anybody really point out. This is a stadium crushing monster when you set it up right. I'm going to show you how that works right now. But let's take a listen first. How in the world does a Peavey Bandit sound like that? I'm playing outside in the country. This thing is loud. I could smoke a good drummer with this amp. Let me show you how. Now, if you really want to get a Peavey Bandit to sound like this, it's very simple. Don't use the distortion channel. Everything I've played has been on the clean channel. Now, this is the control panel of your standard Peavey Bandit. You've got your volume for your clean channel. This is the switch to switch from channels. Your bright switch. Low, mid, high. Then from this line right here on the control panel, all the way over to this side, this is your distortion channel. You switch onto the distortion channel, you've got your pre-gain, your post-gain, your high, low, mid. You have a button that's called a gain button. You have a button that's called a thrash button. So I mean, this amp gets stupid distorted. But I pretend that there's nothing from here to here. This whole distortion section, I don't even mess with because the magic is right over here. This is the T-dynamic control. Now, when the T-dynamic control is used with the distortion channel, it doesn't do a darn thing. On the clean channel, you can take the T-dynamic and roll it down to 0, and the clean channel will break up like a tube amp at a pretty low setting, and you can get a nice, you know, just a little bit juicy, bluesy type of thing. And you turn it up a little bit more and it starts cleaning up the distortion. If you put it all the way over to 100%, it's hard to get the clean channel to break up without being very, very loud. Now, if you set it about halfway, this is like kind of like 70s Marshall plexi area, because you have to crank up the clean channel a long ways to really get it to bark. But once it starts barking, man, it just grinds, and the amp is so loud in this setting. With the distortion channel, you can't get that feeling, you can't get that serious oomph, like just kicked in the gut, because there's extra gain stages in the distortion channel, and you get too much fizz, too much hiss, too much background noise. And you can't get the distortion channel very loud before you're feeding back or it doesn't sound right. But on the clean channel, if you just leave the clean on, leave the button out, you can dime the clean channel, turn this up 50-60%, and you have just this massive old school Marshall stack sound. And you can't really turn the T-dynamic down too much when you get that loud, because number one, you'll lose volume, but you'll also gain distortion. So I mean, you're not gonna get that wall of sound super loud down here. You're just gonna get more gain, you're gonna get less volume. But the more you turn it up, the cleaner it's gonna get, and the louder it's gonna get, and the more it's gonna be old school crying, just ripping your face off. The presence, you can set the presence however you'd like. Reverb, you know, that's up to you too. There's a resonance button. Yeah, I'm really not sure what it does, to be honest. Leave it on the clean channel, dime the volume, get that T dynamic right up around 50%, right about straight up. That's the closest thing I've ever found to a Marshall stack. On the clean channel, you back off your pick attack, it cleans up. You dig into it, it breaks up. It actually does act like a tube amp. Peavey is known for its reliability. American-made amplifier, $100 bill, don't touch the distortion channel, just play the clean channel. If you're looking for something that's just old school, 70s, wall of sound, you know, 10 Marshall stacks in a row, just dimed on 12, and you don't have a ton of money, I don't think you can do better for less. I'm gonna play a couple quick licks where all I'm using is the pick attack, so you can see what the dynamics of this amp are actually like. Really cleans up when you back off it, and when you dig into it, just nasty dirt. Love it. Also, if you're really cheap and you don't have any money, this is your guy. Thank you guys for watching Whip's Cheap Guitars and this little rundown about the magic, secret, special power of a Peavey Bandit. Please, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, then hit the little bell to get updates of when I post videos. My name's Dave Whipple, and you've been watching Whip's Cheap Guitars. See you soon.